Alright, so in today's video, we're going to be breaking down the full version 7.0 special program. We're going to be getting into everything that the 7.0 live stream's actually going to contain. That's going to include banners, kits, events, gameplay, absolutely everything. If you'd like to keep up with the latest Genshin Impact news and leaks, make sure to subscribe to the channel. And without further ado, let's get into the video. So if you guys would like to win some Welkins, we're going to be picking 3 people this video, and we're going to announce the winners in the next video on screen. So if you'd like to enter, all you have to do is like, subscribe, comment down below and turn on all notifications for the channel. And when you've left a comment, we'll just be picking a couple people's comments down below. And yeah, announcing the winners in the next video. So make sure to enter that if you'd like to. You don't have to, but go ahead. Okay, so let's get into the 7.0 livestream and update breakdown. So first of all, let's start with the release timing. So the 7.0 special program is expected to release on Friday the 31st of July, which is in 3 days from this recording time, being recorded on Tuesday. So this is confirmed, and the update itself is scheduled for the 12th of August on Wednesday, introducing Snezhnaya, which is absolutely crazy. There are going to be 3 temporary redemption codes worth 100 Primogems each, alongside Mora and Heroes Wear and enhancement materials. This will be classically involved with the livestream reward, so just make sure that you can claim those codes when the livestream's airing. All you have to do is get them when they're put on the screen. Let's get into the full livestream running order and how they're pretty much gonna phase up. So to open up the opening trailer, this is the first thing that's included in the live streams and most likely in the 7.0 live stream. So we'll have the opening trailer. This is going to include the version title, Snezhnaya cinematics, Archon quest scenes, and new characters. Then it will move on to the region presentation. This is going to include launch maps, cities, possibly Moripsok, environmental hazards, and train travel. That's likely what it will include. After these 2 segments, we'll get our first 100 Primogem code. Then after this, we will get a full character showcase for both Adet, Alyosha, and the Cryo Traveler. This will have official gameplay of all of these characters. And then afterwards, we will have wishes and weapons with both banner phases, reruns, and Adet's signature sword. Then we will have a second code landing another 100 Primogems. There will also be some combat systems, so this will include Stellar Conduct, Stellar Swirl, artifacts, and character synergies. We'll then move on to exploration showcases and a general showcase for Snezhnaya. This is going to include the controllable train, firearms and TPS sequences, gadgets and reputation, new map exploration area, absolutely everything, you name it. We will then be introduced to the bosses and the new events. So there are going to be brand new enemies and new enemy families as well, with bosses and 4 limited events. And we also have a quality of life update that will be included at the very end. This is the last thing they usually include, pretty much just a breakdown of all the quality of life changes. And then finally, we will get 100 Primogems. So that was the livestream breakdown, but now we're going to get into all of the specific details. So version 7.0, the Snezhnaya launch region, let's get into that. So version 7.0 begins the main Snezhnaya expansion. The launch area is reportedly substantially larger than Nogkrai's original area and sits north of it. And the leaked location data includes right now Moripsok, which is Tartalia's hometown, Snezhnograd, the Zaplanry Palace, the Kolovetsky Theatre, and a major train terminal. There will also be industrial towns, frozen wilderness, ancient ice fields, and underground areas included in all of this. Other data mine names include Dawn Station, Druzhna Headquarters, Flamefeather Valley, Froststrike Cold Peak, and the Sanctuary of Morning. Names may be localized differently in the finished English release also, and I'm sorry if I butchered some of those names. The Snezhnaya Archon quest. So right now the beta contains internal quest title Everwinter Without Mercy, and this is the several Archon quest cutscenes and completion, and the items have been found in the files as well. The current setup for the Archon quest right now suggests that the traveler enters the mainland Snezhnaya from Nogkrai. The initial journey involves the railway system rather than arriving by sea, which is very exciting. Moripsok and Tartalia's background may become more relevant. The traveler becomes caught between Fatui Authority, local factions, and the broader conflict surrounding Sarissa, and the new firearm mechanics may initially be introduced through a story mission. Let's get into the brand new playable characters and banners for 7.0. So first of all, we have Adet. She's a 5-star cryo sword. She's expected to be an off-field cryo sub-DPS and reaction support. She's built specifically around Snezhnaya's new Stellar Reaction system. She's capable of enabling both Stellar Swirl and Stellar Conduct teams. Her leaked elemental skill, creates a long-lasting effect that periodically deals off-field cryo damage and enhances stellar reaction damage, and can reproduce or repeat part of the reaction damage caused by the team. So some expected gameplay from this character: they're going to be a reliable off-field cryo application, stellar reaction damage amplification, long duration skill, and suitable for extended rotations. And I will go ahead and put her full entire kit on the screen, including all of the data and the statistics and etc. Next up, we have Alyosha, the 4-star Electro Polearm. They have been officially announced, and we have all of the information regarding sort of their data mine and everything. So Alyosha is a support combining off-field electro application, party healing, attack or reaction related buffs, and a dedicated stellar conduct support, and a summoned hunting hound named Tugarin. His skill reportedly places a hunting mark on enemies, and his burst summons Tugarin and creates a field that periodically deals electro damage while healing the active character. There have been also a full kit leak regarding this character, so I'll go ahead and put that up on the screen as well so you can have a look at all the statistics and numbers. And of course, we have the Cryo Traveler. This is to be unlocked with the brand new Snezhnaya region, because it is officially the Cryo region, obviously. So the Cryo Traveler will be naturally unlocked through playing through the Archon and story quests. And the Traveler also receives a darker blue Snezhnayan outfit, or a temporary story appearance, a firearm related story and exploration mechanics, and a unique 5-star sword. And yes, I will go ahead and put his full kit on the screen as well for you guys to read. Now let's get into some other exciting things, and that's a free unit. Yes, that's right, we are getting a free unit in Genshin 7.0, and that would be Alyosha. So they are the 4-star unit, the Electro unit. They're said to be pretty valuable, actually, well used in Stellar, Swirl, and Conduct teams. Alyosha will be awarded by progressing through the opening Archon quest and through the main event, I believe. So this is going to get us 2 copies of the character, which is a nice sort of opening. Let's talk about the new Stellar reactions. So, Stellar Conduct and Stellar Swirl. Alyosha is the principal 7.0 support associated with Stellar Conduct. Obviously, this combines Electro and Cryo characters, and beta equipment descriptions consistently treat it as a specialized reaction. It's pretty much a more enhanced version of Super Conduct, but also not at the same time, because it's a brand new thing, it's in its own league. However, it is extremely powerful. And we have Stellar Swirl. Adet is closely linked to Stellar Swirl, and one of the new artifact sets directly increase its damage, and beta changes have also reportedly added Stellar Swirl interactions to existing animo characters such as Heizu and Aifa and other older characters, and this is going to include possibly Stellar Conduct units as well with older characters. Brand new train system. So one of 7.0's headline exploration features is that we can travel on an operated train. So we can travel between unlocked stations, summon and relocate the train near suitable railway tracks. We can enter and walk around it, use it as a mobile exploration hub, and access and onboard the crafting bench. So you can visit stations around Morpazok, Snezhnograd, other areas, and the train may effectively combine fast travel and story transportation, which is pretty nice. New artifact sets. So we have 2 new sets, the Scarlet Proof and the Heart of the Furnace. So the Scarlet Proof, the 2-piece increases attack by 18%, and the 4-piece triggers Stellar Swirl, increases attack and Stellar Swirl damage for a limited duration. Then moving on to the Heart of the Furnace, this is plus 18% attack, and at 4-piece of triggering Stellar Conduct or Stellar Swirl, increases the wearer's attack and buffs the party's damage from those reactions. Version 7.0 events. So this is pretty exciting because we're getting into, the events now. So there are 4 event names and they are currently in beta data, and let's get into it. So we have the Great Expeditionist Challenge. This is an apparent flagship event. Its final gameplay structure is not completely clear, but the name suggests a broad exploration or multi-stage challenges. A free Diona has been rumoured as its major character reward. Apparently you can select between Alyosha or Diona, and that's what I was talking about before. We have the Aid from the Sprout into the Snowland. This is likely a regional exploration or objective-based activity. We have the Trial of Bastion. This is likely to be a combat, defense, or fortress challenge. And we have the God-Forsaken Frostlands, and this is possibly an environmental survival event. These are all going to offer 400 to 800 Primogems each, with the main event including 800 or 900. New enemies and bosses. So we have 2 new leaked bosses and enemies. 2 major bosses names have appeared, and that's the Unbound Remnant and the Chimeric Winged Lion, the solo Cacophony. The Chimeric Winged Lion reportedly has 2 heads associated with animo and electromechanics, and it's unclear whether these are both overworld bosses or whether one has a larger story or weekly boss role. However, there are other enemies like the Winged Sylph, the Voldovac soldiers, raiders, snipers and mastiffs, the Cryo Wraith or the Snegovic creatures, Forest Leshy enemies and the Tundra Chimeras. We also have some quality of life changes. The clearest leaked quality of life update is mainly an inventory expansion. So we have artifact capacity going from 2400 to 2700 and general item capacity going from 2300 to 2600. And we will likely have even more quality of life updates, but these are the only 2 that have been leaked so far. And what about 7.0 rerun units? So we are in a bit of a pickle here. It's quite hard to point exact fingers. However, we can still give some estimated sort of guesses. So right now, the most likely units are either Zabai, Linnea, or Varka, or Nicole. So we actually have quite a few reruns that are ready to come back again. And that's why players are quite confused. However, we also had news today being released that these were actually incorrect and will not be released in 7.0, and these are going to be pushed back further. And apparently the actual correct possible reruns would be possibly Nefer, Flynn's, and Zabai. So we're going to have to see. It's more of a case of waiting at this point, but I will make sure to keep you guys updated on all the situations, so make sure to subscribe. So thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I really appreciate you guys staying till the end. Thanks, and I hope you appreciated all the information. I really try my hardest, and I make sure to get all the info out. So leave a like, leave a sub if you could. It helps me so much, and I'll see you guys next time.